Hello everyone, this is Pam, Rose City Stitcher, coming to you with my June update video. This is a video about cross stitch and sometimes a few books. So if that's what you're interested in, this is the place to be. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you like what you see. Thanks to any new subscribers, anybody that just popped in, and my previous subscribers. Thanks for coming back. So I'm gonna dive right in. I'm gonna say kind of before this, I've been battling bronchitis, so I've been coughing. That's why I didn't do my video at the end of June, because I just couldn't do it with all the coughing. So I'm hoping I can get through this without coughing too much. I've got some water. I've got a cough drop in case I have to pop that in. So just bear with me on that. Hopefully it won't be too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my finishes. I have several finishes. I finished Carrot Cake by Stitching with the Housewives on the black. It turned out so good. I love it. Didn't quite get it finished in time for Easter, but it'll be ready for next Easter. And then I had two of the bee finishes. I started and finished Bumblebee Kisses, I think is what this is called. Summer Wishes and Bumblebee Kisses. I love it. It was really a quick stitch. And then I finished, I believe it was this one, the Kind Words. And these are all on the same fabric. This is the Malted Milk fabric by Lori Holt. And then I previously finished this one, so I still have room for one more over here. So those were real fun stitches. I was glad to finish those. And then let's see, another finish. I'll go ahead and show this to you since I did finished it in July. Actually, it was a really quick stitch. I finished Lemonade Spring Bouquet one, and there that one is. It turned out so cute. I just need to cut it apart and put it all together. That was a super quick stitch. I finished the stitching and beading all in 2 days. So that was a lot of fun. So those were my finishes. So now let's get to my starts. I have a lot of starts. As I had told you in my last video, if you watched my last video, I didn't really know what I wanted to work on. So I just kind of worked on whatever. And I started a lot of things. So the first thing I actually started this on June 30th. I don't think I showed this one to you, because I would have started it later that night. I started Star Spangled Street by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is just on the Tea-Dyed Monaco by Charles Craft. And there's my progress. Not too bad. Finished one house and got started on the other one. I'll keep working away on that one. I need to leave this out because there's another start in there. And then let's see, I'm kind of looking at my calendar here. Let's see, my next. Okay, and then I started the Bumblebee Kisses, which I showed you that one I finished. And then I started Summertime, also by Primrose. I love this one. The colors are so bright. And I'm doing this on an Artiste light blue even weave. And there's my progress. You can kind of see that little tint of blue. Such a fun stitch, such bright colors. Anxious to get back to that one. I haven't stitched on this one in a couple of weeks. So that was a start. And then let's see, then I started Citrus Summer. Oh, I didn't bring the whole thing. This was the Stitcher's Quarterly. I didn't bring the pattern over here with me because I've been stitching on it. But there's where I am on it. My goal is to finish this really soon. I'll explain to you why in a little bit when I kind of give you a life update. Love this one. Right now I'm just filling in the jar. So this is kind of my morning project. I'm stitching on this about 30 minutes to an hour every morning to get this one finished. Okay, then I stitched on, let's see what my next start was. I started Patriotic Picnic, which is in my same little bag here. I started this one on the 24th of June. Let's see, it's in the same bag with my other one. And this is, feels like it's also on that tea-dyed Monaco. Patriotic Picnic by Primrose Cottage. And I just did the row. That's as long as it's going to be. So, super excited. And I already have something I'm going to put it on. So, I'm excited about that one because I already have my finish in mind. Okay, so that was my other start. Let's see, do I have any other starts? Okay. Oh, and then I started the Lemonade Mill Hill kit. So those are all my starts. So now let's look at what I stitched on my whips. I stitched on Aurora. This was my Whip Go project. So I told you last time this was the only thing I knew I would stitch on because that was my Whip Go. And I got so much done on this. I'm so excited about this one. And this is on pole stitches. Daybreak. There I am, and I stitched that whole spinning wheel motif. My goal was to just outline it, and I kept on going, and I ended up getting the whole thing done. I love it. I love this piece so much. So, yeah, really good progress on that one. I was very pleased. My other whip go was holiday stitching, and I didn't really stitch on one project for that. I was kind of just stitching on the patriotic pieces as far as that goes. So then I stitched on my stitching kitten, my little kitten, Christmas kitten. This I stitched on, I believe this is what I stitched on for my 25th stitching. On the 25th I stitch on a Christmas project, and then on the 13th I stitch on a Halloween project. So here's what it looks like, and there's my progress. So it looks good. I actually think I stitched on this for some of the Mill Hill Mondays. I think I stitched on this for a Mill Hill Monday also before I started doing the lemonade one. So that's why you'll see some of the Mill Hill kits. This is another one I stitched for Mill Hill Mondays. I'm making sure I pull out my Mill Hill kits each Monday, so that way I can get progress made, plus I like them. So there's the other one I did, conch shell. And I've done so much now that I know which way is up now. So good progress on this one. I made really good progress. I think last time I stitched all of that. So happy with that one. Then I stitched on, put some progress in my Dressmaker's Daughter. I'm doing this with Terry Lee Crafts. Terry Lee Crafts. She's a lot farther than I am. I need to get back to it. So it looks like we've been stitching on the spring one, because that was one we were kind of the farthest along with, so we decided to keep going on that particular season. This is on Oaken, a 28 count. And oops, there's my progress. It's this one right here. I'm getting ready to do the dress. She's already done the dress, and the dress is so pretty and purpley. So I'm getting ready to start that. Now that I pull this out, I may end up stitching this some today. I want to get to the dress also. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one out. This one I might stitch on today. At least get a strand or two in. Then I stitched on Summer at Cherry Hill. Oh, there's Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Cream Puff. Yeah. And then, let's see. I'm trying to find the little cover piece. Oh, there it is. I said the month previous in May, I told you I'd wanted to finish the tree, and I didn't. So I was determined to get that tree done. So I did. Because when I finished the tree, I would be done. I would have 2 pages finished. So I finished the tree, and I did this little bird. So, oh, and I finished the alphabet going down. So yeah, it's coming together. It's looking better. Which there's a lot to the bottom is a lot more stitch heavy because it's got all this grass, which will take a while. And her dress. So what I have left is a little more stitchy heavy, but it won't be a lot of counting. So I love this piece a lot. I'd love to finish this one this year. And even though it says, it's summer, to me it has some fall vibes too. So I feel like I would still be in the mood to stitch on this once we get into fall. I stitched on my Hive Rules, also by Primrose Cottage. And this is also on that Malted Milk by Lori Holt. And there's my progress. Last time you saw it, I think I'd done that. I did this part, I believe, since you last saw it. I love this piece so much. It's so cute, so fun. I hope she does more of these rules ones, because I really do like those. And then I had told you last time the only thing I was kind of in the mood for was mermaids, so I did pull out a couple of my mermaids. I pulled out Solo Toi by Nora Corbett, and I stitched on it some. Last time you saw it, I told you I needed to just do above that ribbon, and I was doing good, and then I made a mistake. I'm a half stitch off in her hair, and that aggravated me. So then she's been put in timeout now because I'm gonna probably have to undo all of her face, try to figure out what I did wrong. So that was upsetting. That was irritating because I was really hoping to get the stitching finished on her. Then I stitched on Queen Mermaid by Mirabilia. Sorry, this is out of print pattern. And this is on a Fabrics by LJ 16 count. And there's my progress. I got a lot done on this one. I did all this purple. That's what I did. I got all of that purple done of hanging down, and then I also did some of this here. I worked on this one a couple days, and I was really enjoying it. I'm anxious to get back to this one now that I pulled her out. I forgot how much I enjoyed her. It's just a lot of fun. I said I like all my projects. Especially my mermaids. And then I stitched on I beaded on Sea Flora. And I'm hoping you can see the beads. I got a lot of beading done on her. So I beaded all down her dress. So there you go. Kind of see it. Yeah, I beaded all of those white beads all down her dress. So yeah, so I got a lot done. So I still have to bead her tail. There's still a couple more color beads in her dress. But but it was fun. I beaded her one day. That I just sat and beaded her all day. Spent a morning beading on her. So I need to find another day to before school starts to bead her some more so I can get her done. And then let's see, what's this one? Oh, my secret. Oh, I forgot to bring. Well, I can't. Oh, it's in there. Never mind. Secret door. I've got the cover page of that. She looks kind of freaky right now. I'm doing it on 18 count, 2/1. And there it is. You kind of see her face coming together there. So I need to pull her out. Me and Terry Lee Crafts talked about maybe doing full coverage Friday and stitching on one of our full coverage pieces. So I may do that. At least maybe for the rest of July before school starts, I could do that. Because while school's out, I can stitch on 2 or 3 projects a day, but when school starts, sometimes I'm only able to stitch on one project. So then I stitched on oh, this is what I stitched on for the 25th. So I guess the little kitty was for the Mill Hill Monday, because this is what I stitched on the 25th, was my oh dear. And I am coming along on this one. Look, it looks so good. And it's a lot of solid stitching, just lots of solid stitching, but they look so good when they're done. This was a Stitcher's Quarterly for December. And the last one that I worked on was Electra. I decided to work on this one for my Halloween stitching on the 13th. But once I pulled her out, I realized I really wasn't in the mood for it. This is on Barnwood. But I tried to stitch on this one a little bit. I think it goes, I'm pretty sure it goes like that. So I stitched some more of the black. And that was what I decided to do, was just stitch all the black and then fill in. Sorry, my lighting's kind of going wonky on me. The sun is shining, so I don't know why. Yeah, I'm in Texas, and it was 102 degrees yesterday. They're telling us, don't go outside unless you have to, and make sure you bring water. It is really, really hot out there. Okay, so that's pretty much what I worked on for the month of June. So, worked on a lot of different projects. I had fun, even though I had no real plans. I feel like I got a pretty good bit done. I wish I'd had a few more finishes, but I was working on larger pieces, just trying to get those done. So let me go ahead and show you my plans for July. Of course, I'm already kind of into it, so I've already done a little bit. I showed you I did that Lemonade Mill Hill kit. That was just for fun. So let me show you what I'm working on in July. 2 WIPCO projects. The first one it called was Mighty Acorn. So let me find you that one. It's in here. It's in this Winds of Autumn book. That's amazing. Okay. I want to stitch like everything in here. Okay, so there's a bigger version of it. I love this. And this is on a Mushroom Lugana, 28 count. And that's where I am. So I'll probably just keep working around that border. Love this piece. And I'll be pulling this one out probably more in fall. Oops, forgot to put the kid. And then the other one that was called, which I'm really excited about, is Bluebell by Nora Corbett. And she is on No Name by Be Stitch Me. And there's where she is. I did that top thing that she's holding. So that's just a crease. It's been folded up in here for a while. So I'll be pulling her out. I'm supposed to do 5 days on my whip go pieces, which I'm not sure how that's going to fit in, but I will try. Okay, and so it's Joan Elliott July. So I'm going to stitch on, I can't remember, 3 or 4 pieces. So the first one, and this one I've already been stitching on for 2 days, so you can kind of see some more progress. Fire Goddess. And this is also on a Fabrics by LJ. It's beautiful, beautiful orange and yellow. And there's where I am. My goal is to finish this bottom part. That's kind of what I've been working on the last 2 days. So my goal is to get that done, and then you'll see all I have left to do is the top. Just have to do her shoulders and that beautiful shawl, and then her face. And of course, then all that stuff that surrounds her, which will take a while. So she still has a ways to go, but I love her. I love this fabric so much. I'm not really a yellow orange type person. I like blues and purples more, but this one I just really, really love. The other one I'm going to work on this month is Medieval Maiden. And there she is. I tried to pick the ones that I had the most progress on so they could get that much closer to a finish. And there she is. That's where I'm at. So I'm all done down here, so I'll just be working my way up. So if you look at her, I'm kind of like right here, so I still have a ways to go. But the biggest part of her dress is done. The next one is Christmas Twilight. A memorial piece for my grandma. Christmas Twilight. And she's on the called for pole stitches, Snowy Mountain. And there she is. Now she's one that I don't have as much progress on, but she's one I really, really had wanted to get finished this year. So I'm like, I'm slated to work on her for like a whole week, but I may have to kind of alter that a little bit with my whip go pieces. So we'll see how that goes. And then the last one is Snow Fairy. Now she's called Snow Princess. I stitched out of a magazine, and in the magazine she was Snow Fairy. But then I bought the actual pattern, and she's called Snow Princess. Now she is all done except for back stitching and beading, and that's why I pulled her out. And I just hated the back stitching on her. And so there's where she is. You can see I've done some of the back stitching, so I just need to work on getting the back stitching and the beading done on her. I thought maybe if I allowed myself I've allowed myself 2 days to do some back stitching on her, I can get her done. She's got a lot of back stitching, but a lot of the back stitching, if I have good light, a lot of the back stitching is just following the color of the dress. So hopefully that won't be so bad to do that. So pick a section to outline, and most of it's all outlined all in the same color, in like a black. So and it's just her that's outlined. You don't outline like that castle or the trees or any of that. So anyway, that's my goal, is to try to get her done. She's languished way too long just because of the back stitching. So that's my Joan Elliott July. And then we're doing Jolly July, or Christmas in July. And I've got 4 projects that I'm going to start. I'm doing starting one each Friday and then working on it through the weekend. So the first one, since I've already had one Friday, was Christmas Rules. Also by Primrose. And like I said, I'll go ahead and show you what I got done. I may pull it out again. Probably not though. And she's on the called for pewter gray, 14 count. And I'm not thrilled with the fabric. I really wish I had gotten an opalescent instead. But I looked online, I couldn't really even find any opalescent that I really wanted either. So I think I talked to Terry Lee at Terry Lee Crafts about it, and she said, well, maybe just add some, sparkly thread. So I think I might do that. Add some sparkly thread, in some of the snowflakes maybe, and like the Christmas tree, in the stockings a little bit, something like that, to kind of bling it up a little bit, make it look a little more festive. And then I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm so excited. Tomorrow I'm starting my Santa's Village. I've got all of them now. I'm putting them all on one piece. And I'm just going to put them on my mushroom Lugana. I think it'll look good. I actually I had this piece. I didn't realize that I had a piece big enough to put these on. And I found this huge piece. I don't know why I had bought this huge piece. But I had it. So I'm like, I'll stitch on that. I think the white will pop. I've stitched white on here before and it's been okay. I'll probably use, let me see, what does she call for the white? She just calls for regular white. I might use the 3865. Sometimes that shows up a little better. The B5200 sometimes is too bright. So I'll just have to kind of play around with the whites. Mostly the white is just the snow. So the 3865 may be okay to use for that. So I'm so excited to start that tomorrow. And then I'm going to start, let's see, it's called Have a Cup of Cheer. This is by Cherry Hill Stitchery, got off of Etsy. I'm going to stitch that one. And then I'm going to stitch Hear the Bells by Hands On Design. And I'm going to do this one. So those are my plans. I'm really excited about the month and what I'm working on. So, so let me show you my very, very little bit of haul. I had bought that. I'm on kind of a Mill Hill kit here lately, so that's kind of what I bought. I bought this one, the little sand bucket, and the seagull, and buttons and beads. The blue jay. I just love the blue jay, and it comes with this really cute button. You see the button right there? So cute. Love it. And then I got some Stitchy Kindness from Terry at Terry Lee Crafts. Thank you so much, Terry. She had sent me a Stitching with the Housewives bag, which I knew she was sending me. But inside that, she had this little Mill Hill kit, which I just love. It's so cute. So I'm excited to stitch that. That is so cute. So anyway, so that was my very little bit of Stitchy haul. Me and Terry Lee Crafts have kind of band together, and we're going to try not to buy any patterns for the rest of the year. Now, we've made some caveats to that. If there's something that's like a unicorn, which we almost caved on the fifth day and bought an out of print Mirabilia, but we talked ourselves out of it. But we have a few unicorn patterns that we're kind of like, or ones that we're really, may not be real unicorn patterns, but ones we're really interested in that we're like, if we end up finding that, we're going to go ahead and get those. So we're not like hard and fast rule, but we're going to try really, really hard just to stitch what we have because we've got a lot of projects that we want to start. So, but and we joined the Stitch from Stash, which they allow you to set a little bit of a budget anyway. So that'll allow us if we find something what we really, really, really love. What we can't buy without talking to each other about it first. Be like, okay, I want to get this. What do you think? And kind of talk through it because that's how we talked ourselves out of the Mirabilia the other night. So I'm excited about that because I really like all my projects and I would like to just continue, just stitching on what I already have here. And then, of course, we can buy whatever fabric and floss we need to kit up projects. But we're trying to use that budget for that. So I'm kind of excited for us to be doing that. So just a real quick life update. I told you last time I had something big in the works that I was hoping would come to fruition, and it did. I have a new job. I'm like so excited about this new job. I've been working at the school I was working at for 17 years, and things just hadn't been going great there, and I just started looking for something else. One of the teachers I work with decided she wanted to go somewhere else, and I'm like, I don't want to be here without you. So lucky for us, we both got a job at the same school. That does not happen very often. So I'm going to be teaching first grade, which is what I love. I'd been put back in kindergarten, which was not where I really wanted to be. So now I'm back in first grade where I wanted to be, and my friend's going to be in second. So she's just one hall over. So we'll still see each other. And the other great thing about it is one of the teachers on my team is someone I used to work with at my other school. And she went to this other school 4 years ago. So now I'm back working with her on her team. So I'm super excited about that. And the other great thing about it is it's 3.5 miles from my house, where my other job was about 20 miles. So instead of taking 30 minutes to get to school, it's going to take me about 8. So I'm super, super excited about this opportunity. Right now, of course, all of my stuff, 17 years worth of classroom materials. This is my garage, so there's barely room for my car, and it's all in the house as I'm going through everything. So it's kind of chaotic at the house right now, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited for a new challenge. It's a much, much bigger school. So my school where I was at before, we had one elementary campus with 4 teachers per grade level. This school has 3 elementary campuses and 5 teachers per classroom. So a much, much larger school, so a lot more opportunities for the kids, opportunities for me, and the different, things that are going on. So I'm like super, super excited about this opportunity. I love the new principal. And then yesterday, I was talking to the one girl left in our team at my old school, and I found out the principal at the old school, she quit. So now I'm really, really glad I have this other job because I really, really loved her, and that was one thing I kind of hated to leave her. But she's going to be gone anyway. Who knows what the new principal's going to be like. So now I'm even more excited that I got this other opportunity. So I'm excited. I'll probably be talking about it some in my videos just because I'll be so excited about being at a new school. So anyway, that was my quick little life update besides being sick with this crazy bronchitis, which I don't know that they tested me for COVID. They said I didn't have COVID, but I've totally lost my taste and smell for about a week now. So I don't know that I didn't have COVID in addition to the bronchitis. So I'm feeling a lot better. I felt like I didn't cough too terribly bad through the video. Hopefully it wasn't too bad for y'all. Okay, so the last thing, just real quick, we're at 34 minutes, so I don't want to go too much longer. Talk real quick about books. I don't know if y'all care about books or not, but I like books, and maybe some of you like them too, and like to have some recommendations. So I'm just going to show you the 2 5-star books that I read. I read some other books that were, so I'm not going to bother recommending those to you. So the first one I got, this is a book of the month. I belong to Book of the Month Club, And in that club, you get one book a month. And what's good about it is usually early releases or debut authors, different things like that. So you get a little bit of a perk there. Um, so anyway, I got this one called Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. This book was so good, so twisty. It was like kind of like two mysteries in one, kind of, because it was about this lady that finds herself standing over her dead husband's body holding a razor. And she's like, I didn't do this. And she says he committed suicide. They don't believe it. They arrest her and craziness. And then you find out that there was more going on in this lady's past that she's worried about people finding out about. And then there's this new, the new mystery. So it was really good. It kept me guessing, kept me on my toes. I really liked it. So if you like mysteries, it wasn't like super gory or anything like that. It was more like just kind of a thriller mystery, like did she do it, did she not do it, type of thing. So really like this one a lot. And the other one I read on my Kindle, as you know, I can never get this to come up good on the Kindle, but I will try. It's called The 100 Years of Lenny and Margot by Marion Cohen. There it is. Yay. Showed up for a second. Okay. So that's her book. It was, like I said, it was it's left me again. Where did it go? There it is. It was like really good. Super good book. Um, it was about a 17-year-old girl, Lenny, and an 83-year-old woman, Margot, who are both at the hospital. Um, the girl is dying. They don't really say what she's dying of, but she's gone what they call the May ward. She's dying, and of course the older woman has some heart problems, and they decide to drop the ages together. 1783 is 100 years, so they decide to draw pictures of their life, and it was so good. It was like an amazing book. She has a lot of conversations with this priest that are so insightful and so good. She's so funny. The questions she asks him, he's like always like taken off guard, like, I don't know about that. It's just like so good. Such a good book. You laugh, you cry. It's an amazing story of the friendship between the 17-year-old girl and this 83-year-old woman. And it's mostly the older lady, Margot's. A lot of it's her history because, of course, she's older. So a lot of it's her history, but there's also a lot about the girl and her relationship with this priest and with Margot. So if you want something like that, definitely check that one out. That book is so good. Excellent book. So with that, I'm going to let you all go. Thanks for watching if you've tuned in this long. I hope you enjoyed what you see. Hope you had a good 4th of July if you lived in the States. And enjoy the rest of your summer. I'll hope, I'll be back. I should be able to come back the end of July. I go back to school on August 3rd, I believe. Yes, August 3rd is new teacher orientation. So I go back on the 3rd. So after that, my stitching will probably dwindle drastically because I'll be I go back to my classroom. I can get in my room on July 18th. So on July 18th is when I can move all this stuff out of my house and take it to my new classroom. So from then on, things will be pretty busy because I'll be at my school a whole lot. But I'll still be home in the evening, and I'll probably really want to feel like stitching in the evenings. But I probably will only stitch on one project a day instead of the two that I've been doing, sometimes 3 even. So with that, I'm kind of rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. And have a great week and a great July. Bye.